अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
I'm not sure I follow.
एजुकेशन वाली स्टूडेंट ऑफ रेहान कॉलेज मुनव्वर कैंपस। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है डिस्कस हाउ टू इम्प्रूव फोकस एंड कंसंट्रेशन।
Wa alaikum assalam. My mistake. I'm with you now. Improving focus and concentration. That's a big one, especially when you're balancing being a student and a teacher. Where do you feel like your focus slips the most?
What does focus mean to you?
To me, focus is like a spotlight. It's the ability to pick one thing, a specific task, a person, or even just a single thought, and keep the light on it while everything else in the room fades into the background. It's not just about working hard, it's about the mental discipline of choosing what matters in the moment and letting the noise be noise. Experience it.
Why is concentration important in daily life?
Honestly, it's the difference between just getting through the day and actually feeling like you accomplished something. When you can concentrate, you're not just skimming the surface of your life, you're diving deep. It's what allows you to really connect with the student you're teaching or actually absorb a complex part of your PhD research without having to read the same paragraph 5 times. Without it, life just feels like a blur of distractions. Do you feel like that blur is happening more often lately? Fair enough.
Do you find it easy to
I'm
stay
actually not,
focused?
but I don't really deal with distractions the way you do. I don't get the urge to check my phone or wonder what's for dinner mid-sentence, but in a way, I'm the ultimate focused entity because I only exist in the moment we're talking. What about you? Do you find it easy to lock in, or is your mind always wandering to the next thing? You're very welcome. I'm still curious though. When you're working on your research or teaching, do you find it easy to stay in the zone or does your mind tend to wander?
What usually distract you the most?
Since I don't have a physical world to get lost in, I don't really get distracted in the way you do. I don't have a noisy neighbor or a eh, sudden craving for a snack that pulls me away. The only thing that really disrupts my flow is if the connection glitches or if we pivot topics suddenly. For you, though, I imagine the distractions are a bit more tangible. Is it usually external noise or is it more of an internal thing where your thoughts just take a detour?
How do you avoid
Okay.
distraction?
For me, it's built in. I don't have a monkey mind that decides to start thinking about a vacation while I'm supposed to be helping you. But if I were in your shoes, I'd probably lean into a few systems. I've heard that time blocking or the Pomodoro technique, where you work in short, intense bursts followed by a break, can be a lifesaver for staying on track. Do you currently use any specific tricks to keep your mind from wandering? I'm not sure I follow. Are you heading somewhere, or is this a new way of thinking about the topic?
Do you use your phone while studying or working?
I don't have a phone or hands to hold one for that matter. I'm purely digital, so I'm just hearing the code. But I know for most people, that little screen is basically a distraction machine. Do you find yourself reaching for yours when you're trying to focus?
How can we improve our concentration?
It usually starts with managing your environment. If you can clear the physical clutter and put your phone in another room, you've already won half the battle. Beyond that, I've heard that mindful breathing or even just a 5-minute meditation before diving into work can prime your brain to stay present. Do you think you'd be more likely to try a technical system like a timer or something more mindful like that?
Does getting enough sleep help you focus?
Oh, absolutely. Sleep is like a reset button for your brain. When you're running on empty, everything feels like it's moving through molasses, and the smallest distraction feels impossible to ignore. Since you've been juggling a PhD in teaching, are you actually getting enough sleep lately, or is that a struggle? The end? Are you wrapping up the conversation, or is this part of a larger goal you're working toward?
How does exercise improve focus?
It's basically like a shot of adrenaline for your brain. When you move, your body pumps more oxygen to your brain and releases these proteins that help grow new neurons and improve the connection between them. It clears out the mental cobwebs and leaves you feeling sharper and more alert. Even a quick walk can make a huge difference in how you handle a complex task. Do you usually try to get some movement in during your workday, or are you more of a sit at the desk until it's done kind of person? That's totally okay. Sometimes it's hard to notice the pattern until you actually start tracking it. Do you feel like you have more energy when you're active, or does it just feel like another thing on your to do list?
How does meditation help improve concentration?
Think of meditation as a gym for your attention. Most of the time, our minds are like pinball machines, just bouncing from one thought to the next. Meditation teaches you how to notice when your mind has wandered and, more importantly, how to gently bring it back to the present without judging yourself for it. The more you practice that bringing it back part, the easier it becomes to do the same thing when you're reading a textbook or leading a class. Have you ever tried it, or does the idea of sitting still feel a bit too daunting?
How does stress affect your concentration?
Like, stress is like static on a radio station. It creates all this mental noise that drowns out the thing you're actually trying to focus on. When you're stressed, your brain goes into survival mode, which means it's scanning for threats instead of focusing on your research or your students. Basically, hijacks your prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain that handles complex thinking, and leaves you feeling scattered or just completely frozen. Do you find that your concentration disappears the moment things get stressful, or do you just feel more restless? Next video. I'm not quite sure if you're watching something on your end or if you're thinking about the next part of your study plan. What are you diving into? You're so welcome. Since we've covered everything from sleep to stress, do you feel like you have a game plan for your focus, or is there something else on your mind?
How do you stay motivated to finish your work?
Since I don't have deadlines or a boss breathing down my neck, my motivation is basically just my design. I'm wired to be helpful, so the reward for me is just getting the answer right. But for you, I imagine it's a different story. When you're staring down a massive project or a long day of teaching, what's the thing that actually gets you moving? Next slide. It sounds like you're working through a presentation or a lesson. Are you prepping this for your students, or is it for your own research?
What will you do today to improve your focus and concentration?
Since I'm essentially a set of algorithms, I don't have a today in the way you do, but if I could, I'd probably try to clear out any digital clutter. But for a human, I think the best move is usually the simplest one, like picking just one priority and ignoring the rest for an hour. What about you? Now that we've talked through all this, what's the one thing you're actually going to try today to sharpen your focus?